everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna be telling you guys 20 things that I wish I knew when I was 20 years old. Some of these lessons I learned early on, closer to 20, and some of these lessons I'm just now learning. The first thing that I would go back and tell myself, my beautiful young 20-year-old self, is it's not gonna fall into your lap. I lived for so long thinking that things were just gonna fall into place. Things are just gonna come to me. Things are just gonna fall into my lap. It's not falling into your lap. It's the first thing that I would run up to myself, shake myself, and say, it is not, nothing's gonna fall into your lap. You gotta work for it. Work, 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 work. The second thing is don't be so attached to things having to go your way. I would tell myself this when it comes to the big things, like, of course, when I was, fresh out of my teens, I had, okay, by this age, I'll be this, by this age, I'll do this, by this age, I'll have this together. And I was just so attached to life going a certain way. And then on a smaller scale, I would be attached to just things going my way in day-to-day life. Like, if I woke up and the day didn't go the way that I planned it to go, I would let it derail me. I would let it throw me off completely. Like, I gave life the power to control my emotions. That kind of brings me into the third thing that I would tell myself, which is, don't be so focused on guys. Focus on you, baby girl. Don't be so worried about when you're gonna get married. You gotta be married by this time because you gotta start having your kids by this time. You are young. You are so young. Use this youth. Use this youth right now to focus on you. Who cares about what another guy likes, what you think you need to be to get a certain kind of man? No, get to know you. That's what I would tell myself. Get to know you. What are the things you like? How do you want to be? What would make you happy? The fourth thing that I would tell myself is fuck what they think. Fuck what they think. Walk your own path. Do not let people force you into a certain way of living. Don't let them pressure you into thinking that, oh, I have to be doing this, this, that, and that. This is what I have to do. Oh, what do I do? What are you doing? I don't know what I'm doing. I guess they said I need to be doing this, this, and this. I guess they say I need to be focusing on this. Do not let them choose your path. That's what I would tell myself. I would say, walk your own path and fuck what they think. The fifth thing that I would tell my 20-year-old self is, baby girl, save your money. Save some money, okay? Oh, y'all, oh my gosh. When I was 20 and in that age range of 20-ish, I was horrible with money. I would get paid and I would go shopping first. And then I would say, okay, what's left over for bills? And usually I was a little short and I would have to overdraft my Wells Fargo account in order to pay my bills. And I would have no savings, none. I would not even think of saving money. I would tell myself, I'm sure I'll be more grateful if you had some money saved for me 5 years down the line, 5-10 years down the line, than I would this dress that you bought for the club that night. The sixth thing that I would go back and tell my 20-year-old self is, don't be afraid of technological advancement. I was always the girl who was just like, oh, I don't do this, I don't do that, I don't have this, I don't have that. I was the last one of everyone I knew to get on Facebook. Pretty much the last one of everybody I knew to get on Instagram. For the longest in my 20s, I didn't even own a television. I never had my own computer or laptop until my boyfriend, when I was, I think, 22 or 23, finally bought me my own laptop. I just didn't want it. It wasn't that I couldn't have these things, I just didn't want them. I was just like, who needs technology? I just like simple living. Literally, my phones, I would stay with the oldest, latest phones that you could imagine. Like, for years, I couldn't even Google stuff on my phone. My boyfriend was the one who got me a new phone, got me a laptop, got me a television, and all these things. Because he was like, you need to get into modern. I think he was the one to tell me to get an Instagram, get a Facebook. He was the one who put me into the 21st century. So that's what I tell my 20-year-old self. Stop being so afraid of the advancement of technology. It is here to help people. Jump into it. Don't be shady. Don't be trying to act like, oh, I'm too good for that. What are you on Facebook? Oh, I'm too good for that. jump on it and use it. Use it for good, because there are many, many, many people who have been able to make huge strides using these platforms for good. The seventh thing that I would go back and tell my 20-year-old self is focus on meaningful friendships and be a better friend. When I was 20, I had so many friends. Like, you guys, I'm a quite sociable person. It's easy for me to make friends. It's easy for me to make connections. I can pretty much relate to anybody. A lot of the connections that I made were very surface and shallow connections. Yes, I would acknowledge that I had deeper, more meaningful friendships. I wouldn't give them the proper attention that they needed. I was shitty to some of my friends, okay? And I deeply, deeply regret it. So I would go back to my 20-year-old self and say, baby, value your friends. Value those real, meaningful connections. Because the shallow relationships, the ones that you just party with every weekend, and they don't mean anything, they're not gonna matter 5-10 years down the road. They're just not. The eighth thing that I would tell myself is judge less. Just don't be so judgmental. You don't know what people are going through. You don't know what they have going on. You know, when it comes to deep things and when it just comes to surface things, just don't judge people. Like, who cares? Let people live. Stop judging everything that everyone does. Let people live. Let them be them. Because what may be right to you might not be right to them, okay? Like, oh, well, this person smokes weed. No, that's bad. You know what I mean? Oh, this person does this, and that's bad. You know what I mean? Like, who, like, because it's bad for you, because you say it's bad? Because you're judging. Stop judging everything and everybody. Let them be who they are in peace. Either accept them or move away. And that's it. There's only two options. Don't judge. Just either accept them for who they are or move away, and no judgment. The ninth thing that I would tell myself is take more risks. I was just so nervous about how people would perceive some of the things that I had going on in my mind. Like, some of the plans I had for myself, even if I did talk to people about it, it'd be like, yeah, maybe one day. You know, that would be the advice that people would give, right? Like, yeah, maybe one day you can think about doing something like that. Take the risk. Do it now. You're so young. Literally, you're so young. Even if you screwed everything up, you can bounce back. Believe me, this world is not that deep. And I think that's why we get so afraid to take risks, because we think that there's something that we can do that we can't come back from. Just go for it. Go for it. Just go for it. You'll probably succeed. If you do it and give it your all, you'll probably succeed, for real. The 10th thing that I would tell myself is keep in touch with the distant family members that you know you love. Those ones that we see only on holidays. And every time you get together with them, you're like, oh my gosh, it's like you guys didn't even skip a day. You're just like this. Keep in touch with those people. Try to be close to them. I know life can get in the way, but I would tell myself, make the time. Your uncles, your aunts, your cousins, the ones that live halfway across the country, call them more. Even this day, especially this day and age, just send them a quick text message. Hey, I'm thinking about you. I love you. You know what I mean? Just try to be a little bit more close. The 11th thing that I would tell myself is trust the process. So often we can be working towards something. You're just like, I can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. I don't even know what's happening. Don't fret, okay? Trust the process. Believe me, everything is coming together. The 12th thing that I would tell my 20-year-old self is you are so young. I remember when I turned 20, you guys, I started to think that I was getting old. I really did. I really did. I was thinking, oh my goodness, I'm starting to get old. Like, I'm in my 20s. You know what I'm saying? And when I turned 21, I'm like, well, that's it from here. 21, then 30, then 40, then 50. It's done from here. What I would tell myself is you are so young. And remember that you're young. Appreciate this youth and get to it, baby girl. Get to it, because time flies. Time flies. Don't waste this youth. Soon, you won't be 20. Soon you won't even be close to 20. So time flies, baby girl. You are young. Don't throw your hands up. Don't say, oh, I'm old now. Don't throw your hands up, baby. You're still a tiny little baby. You're still a tiny little baby. The lucky number 13th thing that I would tell myself is you are loved deeply and unconditionally by God, and you are worthy of love, and you should love yourself. Love yourself, baby. You are so worthy to be loved, and so easy to love. That's another thing I would tell myself. You are so easy to love. The 14th thing goes hand in hand with that last one. I would tell myself that God is not mad at you. He's not looking for reasons to be mad at you. There is nothing that you should feel ashamed of or guilty about. That's what I would tell myself, and that's what I want to tell you. Like, whoever needs to hear this, that's what I want to tell you right now. There is nothing that you need to be walking around feeling shame over, that you need to be feeling guilt over. Release it. God is not mad at you. He loves you unconditionally. Okay? The 15th thing that I would tell myself at 20 is fun cannot be your number one standalone top value in life. Since I was a little girl, fun has been a very high value on my list. But especially in my late teens, early 20s, it was like a standalone value, and that can't be. Not that many people have fun as their top value. They could take it or leave it. But if you're like me, and you know fun is like a top value of yours, you have to pair it with other values like integrity. You can't be out here like, I'm gonna have fun, I don't care what it costs. I feel like a lot of the fun that I was bringing to myself was destructive. And yeah, it's tough to build on. The 16th thing that I would tell myself is trust is everything. A lot of us overlook things that people do that prove them to be untrustworthy because we just, well, this is my family member and I love them, and this is just, I have to have them in my life and I have to be close with them, like, right? Like, of course. And this is my friend. This has been my friend forever, and they did that to them, not me. Look, trust is everything. Trust is everything. When people show you, there are many ways that people show you they're not trustworthy. When they show you, I don't care if it's your mama, I'm not playing with you. Your mama, your daddy, your best friend in the world, your boyfriend, your sister, I don't care who it is. If they show you they're not trustworthy, you gotta back up. That's what I would tell myself. I could only let them be so close to me now that I know that they're not trustworthy. That's not to say that people don't change. People can earn your trust. They can certainly earn your trust. If somebody is constantly taking away from that jar of trust, there's the jar that you have for them is empty. They have nothing. They have put nothing in the jar to prove that they're trustworthy. Believe them, when they just keep taking from that jar of trust, there's another reason that you can't trust them, then you have to believe them. But sure, you can give them, if they're in your family or whoever, they're close to you, love them, you can certainly give them the opportunity to prove that they've changed, but let them prove it. Let them earn your trust. Don't just be willy-nilly handing out trust. That's what I would tell myself. Do not stop willy-nilly handing out trust. Believe them until they give you another reason to believe that they're trustworthy. The 17th thing that I would tell myself goes right along with the last one. It's okay to let people go. I don't care if they're family. I don't care if they're friends. It's okay to let them go. It is so damaging to keep trying to hang on to a person that is not good for your life. Why are you trying to hang on to it? That's like saying, oh, I know this poison is not good for me, but I'm gonna just keep drinking it. I'm just gonna keep drinking it, even though it's poison. I'm just gonna keep drinking it because I want to. Like, no, set it down and walk away. And it's okay to do that. I think I used to feel so guilty, like, well, I have to, right? Like, I can't just leave them. I can't just not talk to them. I'm not that kind of person. It's okay. It doesn't mean that you have to hate them. It doesn't mean that you have to judge them and say, oh, you're bad. It doesn't mean that you have to have judgment. It just means that I recognize that this situation is more destructive to my life than it is constructive. and it's okay for me to love myself enough to let it go. The 18th thing that I would tell myself, you guys, is network. Girl, network. What I would go back and tell my 20-year-old self is use your gift to connect with people for networking opportunities. Go find people who aren't just trying to have fun and fun only. Go find people who are making moves in life, people who are doing things, who are building. Shake hands with as many people as you possibly can. Find out what they do, have dinner with them, go have lunch, go hang out, go hiking with these people. Network, network, network. The 19th thing that I would tell myself is be comfortable being you in public. Often, like, I'm walking through the world and I want to just be like, hey, hi, how you doing? You know, and just talk to people. I'm constantly, no matter where I am, I'm like watching people, looking at them. I wonder how their life is. I wonder what they do. You know, I just want to smile and talk to people and be friendly. But for so many years, even up until recently, like, this is something that I'm currently working on. For so long, I just was so nervous. Like, people are gonna think you're a weirdo if you just start talking to them. People would always say, damn, when I first met you, I thought you were a bitch, or I thought you'd be a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Because they say I have like this, like, almost like unapproachable demeanor. I would walk through the world for so long, just like, I don't know, like I said, if I was at the grocery store, I'd just be pushing my cart, you know, just walking, pushing my cart, you know, not looking at anybody, not making any eye contact with anybody, you know what I mean? Pay and get the hell up out of there. Quick to the car, quick in and out. But that wasn't me, and I would be so in my head. I don't do that anymore, thank goodness. Like, I'm calm, I let myself just be me. I'm just calm, I have open energy. The last thing that I would tell myself is, I would say, Laura Annette, girl, you are amazing. Be you unapologetically. Be you and everything that is you to everybody, to all of your family, to strangers, to all of your friends, to the world. Stop being so shy. That's another thing. I would be so shy, you guys. I would be so shy. Like, I love to sing. I would be so shy. And so many people tell me, oh my God, like, I didn't know you could sing. You have an amazing voice. I'd be just so shy. And I think that this could have a lot to do with the fact that I grew up bullied. I was bullied a lot through elementary school and middle school. That might actually have a lot to do with why I was so afraid to be me, because I went inward. Even now, in some ways, I still carry that with me, you know, just being closed and not letting my full self shine, not letting my full true self shine. Be yourself unapologetically right now. Drop the shyness. Stop caring what people think when it comes to everything. What people are going to think about you at the store, what they're going to think about you at work, at school, what your family is going to think about you and what you're doing. What are your friends going to think? What's your boyfriend going to think? Who cares? Who cares? And that's what I want to tell all of you right now out there. Every single last one of you. I don't care if you're 17 years old. I don't care if you're 57 years old, okay? Be you unapologetically right now. Right now. I know you're amazing. First of all, if you're one of my subscribers, bitch, I know you're amazing, okay? Your vibe attracts your tribe, okay? So I'm amazing. I know I'm giving amazing vibes. So I know I'm attracting amazing women. Be unapologetically you. That's all I have for you guys today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and always remember to take care of yourself. See you next time.